Oh, the weights in the fish are way worse than the
I think
anal
it's
beads,
way
'cause
worse.
you gotta
More
be some
effort.
sort. Yeah, you gotta be committed to sit there with anal beads in your ass for multiple minutes at a time.
All right. Episode 39 of the Fair Dog Podcast. Dominic Koshik. That's all I got.
I honestly have no
39.
idea. I didn't even think about 39, to be
It's
honest
a
with
good
you.
one, though.
That is a good one.
You know?
That is a real good one.
Bob in Detroit, Mike in Chicago, Jack also in Detroit. We have some Lions stuff to get into. Mike's got some topics that he needs to talk about. And then today is draft day. Today we are drafting. Mike came up with this idea, things you hate to lose. Just things you hate to lose. And it is a real bitch when you lose them. And I think that I have a decent list. But we'll see. We'll see.
Yeah, for sure.
This is going to be a good one. Contentious one.
Yeah.
But yeah. Let's get into you first, because I am going to go on a stupid rant here, and I just want to I'll lead into the draft. What do you have going on? What's your issues?
No issues, but you know how last week we talked about the anal beads in the ass with the chess player?
Yes, you tried this?
No, I did not try this. But so there's even more wild news in hobbies that people call sports, even though they're not really sports, they're just hobbies, but they make a lot of money doing it competitively, aka fishing and poker.
Oh, I saw
Have you heard about this stuff?
Yes.
Dude. I mean, so let's start off with the fucking fishing thing, because I think the fishing thing is just more intense, and like I thought that it was going to be a brawl. So did you see it? Yeah, it was like the Walleye Festival or the Walleye Tournament or some shit. It's like on the border of Ohio and I believe Michigan and Lake Erie. I believe.
Yep.
And these people fucking were juicing down their fucking fish, so they weighed more, so they won the tournament. Is that not? You saw that shit?
Yeah, dude. I don't understand. I didn't read into it to see how they got caught, but I don't understand how they did this at the last tournament, because they did this at the last tournament and won $200,000 and got away with it. Like they were putting them. I think they were just putting them in the belly, like opening up the belly and putting weights in the fish. And then just fucking sewing it back up.
No, so what
How
they
do you get
did
away with that?
So there was two things I guess that they did, or that they're like that they whatever. So one, I guess on their boat, they have like a secret compartment, and they would take old, like they'd have a fish that's a couple days old that's bigger, and they would just have it stored. So then when they caught a fish that was as big, they do the old switcheroo.
Oh.
Yeah, so it's like a fucking kicking ball versus a throwing ball in football. You know, one of them is going to be a little bit more air in it, if you will.
Right.
And so that was, I guess, one of their tactics. And then the other
that
one,
makes
what
sense
they were doing,
though, because then you're like, they see, okay, they caught a fish.
Yeah.
Like that was it.
Yeah. So I mean, good tactic. And then the other one, what they were doing with the weights is, I guess they were wrapping them in like fish fillets. So it was like if you were to cut the thing open or feel it, it would feel like a fish. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like so it wasn't as obvious, and there wasn't any like noise, I guess. It was just so like it was like when you you have to give your dog medicine, you wrap it in a piece of salami. It was like that, or they they hide it from but I guess that the person, they're just like, "Oh, these guys won." And the referee like dropped the mic and just went up to the fish and just cut it open and was like, "These motherfuckers are cheating." And
Damn.
straight up just fucking big leagued them. I was like, damn. And then, did you see though, in the video, like all the other fishermen were like, they had to call the police,
pissed,
because they were gonna murder this man.
I don't know how they didn't get like an escort out until that point.
Yeah, I mean,
like, how are people thinking that this was gonna be okay and these guys are just gonna walk out of there?
Dude, yeah, I was like, wow. Like, I was watching it, and I was like, the guy that was telling me about it, I'm like, am I gonna see a guy die? Like, I don't want to see this. Like,
right?
Because I was like, this is
they were motherfucking that dude.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, dude, think about all the sponsorships they got. They I guess they've gotten from this, all the money they've won. I guess they just have been like notoriously sketchy. for the last however many years, and like they finally got, and I mean, I wonder what's gonna happen with those boys.
That's a good question. Like, are they gonna lose their money, or was this all worth it?
Here's a good question: which one's more egregious? Is it worse to use anal beads in chess or use weights in your fish?
Oh, the weights in the fish are way worse than the.
I think it's way worse.
You gotta
More
be
effort.
some sort. You gotta be committed to sit there with anal beads in your ass for multiple fucking minutes at a time.
There is some work ethic involved.
Yeah,
there is some. I agree.
Weighing down a fish is just bullshit and pussy. So,
right. And I think it's less, like it feels more like cheating, and you're more of a dick, if that makes sense to you guys. If you do the fish thing more so than the chess thing, I think the chess thing, people are just like, I mean, this guy's a genius.
And that's
like the fish thing, like you're just stuffing the fish. Okay, like you're a fucking loser.
And the anal beads is still all allegedly. It's not even confirmed. You know what I mean? This fish shit, it's like they were straight up cheating, dude. Like
he opened the needle thing in the
butt.
weights fell out. Yeah.
Like, I mean, there's no real hiding that.
They should open the dude's ass. The beads fall out.
I don't think that's how that works, dude. I'm pretty sure. Oh, no.
If that happened all the time in chess, I'm tuning in. Put that shit on ESPN.
Oh, yeah, dude. Hell yeah. I'm the Ocho, bro. Fuck it. Let's go.
I'm here for the chess drama. Weird week for weird sports.
Dude, no, there's more.
Oh, shit. Okay.
So, they're in the poker world, fucking some guy, I think he's like a pro, something, Garrett something, I don't know. He's like a legit pro poker player, Texas Hold'em. They're playing at some tournament, and he's got, he's going head to head with some chick.
I saw this video too.
Okay, I'm glad he did. Yeah. So for the people that don't know, so he had fucking like 9-10 of clubs. She had Jack 4 with the club. The river or the flop comes up. It's Queen, fucking 8 of clubs and a rainbow card. So he's got open-ended straight draw, and she's got a Jack high with the straight draw or some shit like that too.
Yeah.
And this dude ends up, whatever, 2 shit cards come up. This dude ends up 3-betting her to like 120 grand. This bitch calls it with
Explain
absolutely
to people
nothing.
what 3-betting is, because I had to ask that question too.
Oh, okay. So, all right. So say like you're the first to act and you bet, and then the person that you're betting against raises you. If you come back and re-raise them, that's a 3-bet.
And in her position, this was
with the
not
Jack
supposed
high,
to happen.
that makes 0 sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, no sense. She had a Jack high with the 4 kicker, nothing, literally nothing. And she makes the biggest hero call on the planet with not even low pair, nothing, and beats this guy Jack high to 10 high, and he wasn't having it.
No.
And
the announcers were great. By the way, during this whole thing, the announcers were like, "Do we have this girl's cards wrong? Like, what is going on here?" Like, they thought the announcers were like convinced that they fucked up the broadcast because of how wild of a move this was.
Yeah, they're like, "Is the card cam wrong? Like, did we not see this? Like, does she have something?" Yeah, and they're like, "No."
She's
and then
got
there's
pocket aces, and we're just dumb. Yeah. We're just not seeing it.
Then there's like another guy at the table, like fucking, he's like, "What a fucking call, this bitch!" Because I'm pretty sure because nobody wanted to see the other guy win. Yeah, like
Oh, they hated that Garrett guy. It was great.
But yeah. Then did you hear what she said though? She's like, "Oh, I thought you had ace high. I put you on ace high." And he's like, "You had a jack. Why the fuck would you call that then? That makes 0 sense." Which to me, that outs yourself. If you put a guy on ace high, and you don't even have ace high, therefore you're assuming you lost. Like, to me, it's
why
like,
would you go all in?
Exactly. Why would you say anything? Why would you even call? And the way she did it too, I don't know. I'm glad you saw it though, because that shit's so sketchy. Like,
so you think there could be an anal bead situation going on there?
Yeah, I think
somebody watching at home.
Yeah, someone's got to know because, dude, and also like, she gave the money back. She gave him the money back.
Did?
Yeah. So I guess like after the fact, so I dug deep into this because I
love that.
Yeah, so this dude was posting TikToks of it and just kind of explaining everything. And so I guess like the Garrett dude went up to him and was like, "You know you're fucked, right? Like, you know, like I'm gonna expose you for this. Like you definitely cheated, blah blah blah.
Mhm.
And she says, "Oh, I didn't want any drama, so I said, hey, do you want the money back?" And he was like, "Yeah, give me my fucking money back. You cheated." And she was just like, "I didn't cheat, but here's your money back." And yeah, I guess he like tweeted a bunch of shit like saying how like she either has like a vibration device in her pocket or she's got access to the camera or some shit like that. And it's like,
That's what it seemed like.
People can't just start
dude,
pulling the anal beads card though. That can't become a thing. Every time somebody cheats, there's a vibrating device. Fuck off.
Well, and then there's someone that kind of breaks on the film. This dude on TikTok, he did a great job. I wish I could shout him out. But they zoom in on like her hip, and she has like looks like a brick. It doesn't look like a phone. It looks like a pager almost. And she has yoga pants on, so it's tight to the skin.
Yeah.
And you could see something there, but do you know if it's a fucking she can have diabetes and fucking have a pump on. You know what I mean? Like you can't
Right.
just assume what the fuck
And
was
if
on
you're
her hip.
accusing, that's a real tough look.
Yeah, no shit. But there's something there to it, and that shit's fucking wild. All these people just cheating, dude. Everyone's cheating. How do we make a move and just cheat and get to the top of the podcast world, boys?
That's a good question.
Like,
I mean, dude,
whose ass do we got to put anal beads in to get to the top?
If they say, "Hey, dude, all three of you guys put anal beads in you for the rest of your podcasting life, we'll give you 1 million subs," I don't even think about it.
Yeah,
Run it.
I'm getting the smallest anal beads we can find.
Yeah, they didn't
Run it.
specify. Run it.
Yeah.
Wow,
Oh, dude, yeah. But
well, we need to stay updated on on all these stories.
I know.
So let's do updates every week, especially the chess thing, because I feel like that's not even close to done.
Oh, there's no way. You can't be a legend in that, especially when there's a grandmaster in fucking
Grand Wizard
involved.
We need to follow this.
Oh, is it the Grand Wizard? No, it's the Grandmaster.
It's the Grandmaster. You like the Grand Wizard.
No. You like
going. But we need to follow the chick too, the poker chick, like in her next match. We need to keep tabs on that shit.
Yeah, we do got because she's a scumbo.
Yeah, she's a scumball Okay, two things before we get into this draft, because this has consumed my life for the past week now. First of all, Big Noon Kickoff. Let's get into Michigan stuff really quick. Big Noon Kickoff, for whatever reason, is the Fox show, right? Big Noon Kickoff, the Fox show, is following Michigan around. Okay? I don't know why, but let me just put out a PSA. Michigan does not care and does not want Big Noon Kickoff to follow us to Bloomington, Indiana this week. We don't care as fans. So everybody that's pissed, like, oh yeah, it's like fucking, it's the Michigan show, Big Noon Kickoff. It's all I've been hearing, like radio everywhere this week. We don't want that. Nobody cares about that. Like, it's not important. Yeah. And for Big Noon Kickoff to say we'd rather go and watch Michigan and Bloomington, Indiana, than go and watch the Red River Rivalry, which is also this weekend at the Cotton Bowl, and Fox covers the Big 12. Like, I don't know what they're doing. I don't know why they're attached to Michigan. Like, I understand the ratings thing, but the ratings thing doesn't really play when you have Texas and Oklahoma playing on the same day. Like, I don't know what the fuck's going on.
Delusion goes a long way, Bobby.
It's annoying, and I'd like it to stop. I'm just saying, I'm coming out and saying I am not here for Big Noon Kickoff. I don't even really like the show. So there's that. Number 2. The Detroit Lions are the hardest team to watch and the most fun team to watch on the planet right now. And it's tough.
Yep.
Agreed?
There's literally statistics showing that.
Statistically, they are the most fun team to watch, and they are statistically also the most frustrating team to watch if you are a fan of them. They should be on prime time every week. The ratings would be through the roof because they're literally 3 points away in every game, but the games are 40-40. Few things that people have been throwing out there this week. I've been hearing a lot of Jared Goff calls.
About what?
Your face should be everybody's face. When you're fielding calls anywhere, like when we're getting texts, anything, like when your buddies are talking about Jared Goff, shut that shit down. Okay? I hated Jared Goff too. I did. If you look at this team and you think Jared Goff is the problem, we are the number one scoring offense. Jared Goff threw 4 touchdowns last week. Did he throw a pick? Yeah. If Jared Goff was the only mistake in that game, we win 43-7. Right?
And I mean, he's the only quarterback in the league, I think, that has 400 plus passing yards and 4 touchdowns in multiple games or some shit like that. I think that's the number. I could be wrong, but it's something stupid like that. So it's like, I mean, dude, the guy's doing his job.
Is Jared Goff the long-term solution? No. He's not. And that's okay. Is it okay that he's still doing well now? Yes. Let's ride the fucking wave.
Yeah.
And does it look like, I mean, Stafford and the Rams got their Super Bowl last year, but holy shit, if you watch that Monday night game with the Rams, Stafford did not look good. His elbow is in shambles. That O-line's shit. Like,
yeah, the O-line is so bad, dude.
The Rams got their one, and they seem to be okay with it, which is, but I feel like it makes Lions fans feel a little better with that trade. Just like, we got a first-round pick, couple first-round picks, and Jared Goff's playing good ball right now. So if you look at it that way, not bad. Another piece, I think that this falls on Aaron Glenn and the defensive coaches a lot. I agree that it also falls on Brad Holmes because obviously, like, the talent's not there.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's like, is it the least talented defense in the league? I don't know. Maybe it is. But if it's not, then that's a big coaching issue. Because if we have decent, like, not decent talent, but if we have 20th in the league best talent, and if we had 20th in the league best defensive coaching, we're 3-1 or 4-0. Like, we're 2 stops away from winning last week. We're 2 stops away from winning in Philly. Like, there's so many games where it's scheme and talent together. So, I mean, if you're going to blame anybody, I think it's fine to blame the defensive coaches. I think it's also fine to place some blame on Brad Holmes for picking guys like Evan brought it up in our group chat, a guy that's not ready in Pascal. Not that I'm saying one guy makes the difference because of the coaching.
Yeah.
I sure as hell don't think Nakobe Dean makes a difference. That guy's played 5 snaps. The only guy that you could convince me will make a difference or would be if we didn't pick Jameson Williams and we picked Jordan Davis there instead. He's been playing all right in Philly. Does he stop the Seahawks? I don't know. Geno Smith was slinging the ball around, so maybe not.
And I mean, they let up 180 yards rushing too.
Right. So does Jordan Davis only help us let up 120?
Yeah.
And does that make a difference in the game? I don't know. I'm not here judging anybody. I'm just saying this is the way that I see it, and people are crazy. Like, people have been crazy on the radio all week. Our group chat obviously is hilarious when we're talking about all this stuff because we don't know. We're all pointing fingers too. So
yeah,
we'll see. I mean, the leash is short right now for Aaron Glenn. The leash is short. He's got 2 weeks to figure it out.
It should be cut. I mean, I'm sorry. Like, I don't care. You can't be 32. Like, you could be 32 in the league, but you can't be this type of 32. You could be like, oh, we let up 51 game, and then we let up 30, and then we let up 25 twice. That could be okay. But you let up 40 points 3 times already, or whatever the fuck it is. Like,
yeah,
that, to me, I don't give a fuck who your personnel is. I don't care how bad everybody is. To me, you need to figure it the fuck out. Is Dan Campbell a defensive or offensive guy?
He's an offensive guy.
Okay.
That's part of the trouble because obviously he'd be like, I'll take over play calling, on the defensive side, but he's not,
Yeah, straight up, Coach Boone from fucking Remember the Titans. Like, I'm calling the fucking plays for now. Like,
exactly. But yeah, unfortunately, Dan's not that guy. He was a tight end, and he was just more under Sean Payton. He was an offensive guy, so just not his forte, but. I mean, so, like I said, AG's got a short leash right now. If not, a leash that needs to be cut. But if you look at the stat sheet and they literally not think about punting, but they converted so many 1st and 20s. Like, the Seahawks kept shooting themselves in the foot, and would pick up a 1st and 20 in 2 plays. Like they were never
Well, dude,
even, and it never even ran through our heads. I was like, they're gonna get this. Like it's not even a fucking problem.
yeah. Didn't they let up a fucking 60-yard touchdown on 4th and 17 or some shit? Or I
I can't
thought
remember.
Penny's
It was
first
all a
long
blur.
touchdown run was on 4th down and a mile. I could be wrong on that. I wasn't paying attention that much.
No,
But
that was 3rd and 17,
oh,
and that
3rd
was
and
when
17. I'm sorry.
that was when we got fucked. That was when we ran the play. They ran the play. We stopped them. Finally, they threw a pass. Geno Smith just missed this guy. We stopped him. 4th and 17. They would have had to try a long field goal. It would have been like 54, which the guy made one of those already today. But yeah, and then the ref came running on the field after the play was over and said, "No, I blew it dead." But the play continued like nobody ever blew it dead, like so normally. And then they come out and say that. Dan Miller, who is the Lions broadcaster on the call, I was in the car when I was listening to it. He doesn't get fired up often, but he was fucking fired up. Like, he was like, come on, guys. Like, what are we doing talking about the refs? And broadcasters normally don't do that unless you're like Booger. But, yeah, I mean, it was not that
Did you see the film? Did you see the film? Were they right? Was it right?
I don't know. No, I never saw the film. But when Dan Miller's talking about it, he's at the game watching it, obviously. So, I mean, I trust whatever he says about it. So,
yeah, but the thing is, though, in the moment, I mean, unless he's playing it back, I mean, he could have easily, just like you said, been fired up and then, next day go watch film and be like, oh, there was, it was subtle, or
you're
hey,
right.
there was, it's like, I bet you that it sucks that it's like when you fucking, it's like anything like that. Like when, even when you ice a kicker and they kick it, it goes through, or when they miss it, and then you're like, fuck, man, I should just let him kick the goddamn ball. But it's like, you literally never know if, or it's like, it's hard to blame shit because, if it's the right call, it's the right call. And at the end of the day, that's how it's supposed to be. So you can't really get mad if it is the right call. You know what I mean?
No. An overall point, that didn't matter in the game at all. I mean, it could have mattered, but I don't think it really would have mattered. I mean, if there is no stop on the stat sheet, you're gonna fucking lose that game.
Yeah, 100%.
So
I have nothing. I agree with you on that. It sucks. My only thing about the Lions, and it's like, I don't like to come on here and shit on the Lions ever, because for one, I'm in a bad place with some worse people as a Bears fan, so I get it. But like, it's like they've made all these games close, but they've refused to just take the lead. Every game that they've lost in these close ones, you're down multiple scores early.
We didn't have the lead once against the Seahawks.
Yeah. I don't think you had the lead. Oh, you had a 7-0 lead against Philly, but then it got to like 35-17 and they came back. You know what I mean? Even against the Vikings, it's like you just never – you got to play with the lead. Especially when you have an offense that good, it's like that's my thing. And granted, that all comes back to the defense sucking dick, but it's like –
but this is a recurring theme. This has been a problem my whole life. The Lions don't have a killer instinct. They never have.
Yeah, well,
they never have. The second they get up in a game, from fucking Steve Mariucci coaching the team to Dan Campbell coaching the team.
Yeah.
Once they get up in a game, they play the prevent. It's an NFL problem, really. It is, but the Lions, show it every week.
Yeah.
But
well, what are you gonna do?
See.
What are you gonna do?
Yeah, the search continues.
Yeah.
So, anything Bears before we move on?
Fuck no. But I got
Bears Giants was a heater.
Can't win a game if you can't score touchdowns. They had 3 red zone trips and another one right outside the 20. They kicked field goals all 4 times. Guess what? The Giants, I think, scored 4 times. 2 of them were touchdowns. That's how you lose a game every time.
2-2 Bears. Not mad about
2-2 Bears. I'm not happy about it. I don't give a fuck if they're 2-2. They might be 2-2. They might be 2 wins for the rest of the goddamn year. They did let Justin Fields throw it a little bit though, which I'm not pissed about. Didn't do a very good job at it though, So
episode 39, as always, is brought to you by the fine folks over at Rogue Creative. Shout out to John and Rogue Creative. Anything that your business needs when it comes to graphic design, marketing. Right now they are doing something with gym owners where if you're a gym owner whether it's Powerhouse or an Anytime Fitness, one of those franchise gyms, and you're having trouble getting clients in the door, even if you're not having trouble, clients are never a bad thing. Give John and Road Creative a call. They're doing something right now, which is called database reactivation, which is basically a fancy way of saying we're going to get more people in your gym doors. So go and give John a call. He's got clients that will tell you the same thing. They're the best at what they do, and they give you the most affordable price when compared to the big guys. And big-ass marketing firms can be a real annoyance to work with. So give John and Road Creative a call. That's roadcreative.org. You can find them there. Or you can go to roadcreative_ and shoot them a DM. That's on Instagram, roadcreative_. Or you can find them online at roadcreative.org. Okay. Things you hate to lose. How do you feel going into this? You picked the topic, so I imagine that you're pretty...
How do I feel?
Your list is pretty extensive.
No, I'm not super duper prepared. I don't got anything crazy. I mean, I just got, I got the hitters, and I think it's going to be fun because we'll be able to, there's always a time where we've each lost multiple things that are going to be on this list where we're going to be able to have some stupid ass story or something to talk about and be like, fuck that. It's a good one. You know what I mean?
You don't have to explain the story if you did, but did you lose something to make you think about this? Or is this just something that popped in your head?
No, so I was at the Chris DiStefano show on Friday night, and something happened, and
that's what triggered you?
That is what made it pop into my head. Yes. So yeah, that's what, and I was like, how do I bring this up? And then I was like, oh yeah, we're drafting, and I'm like, because otherwise it would have just been like a weekend story, which whatever, always good, always fun, always entertaining. But I was like, this would be something good and it's like there's only so many things, and it's like, we're gonna be like, oh yeah, I think there's a lot of obvious ones.
What are we doing with the three most obvious ones? Are we grouping them together, or are we separating them? You want to separate them?
I don't think so. I think you have to separate them. Okay. I think so. Just because, some things come in different.
There's a story behind everyone.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, pretty much.
Jack, we haven't done this in a while, but you want to give us a little 1 to 100 action?
I mean, Bob, if you want to go first, you can. Just because I feel like I've gone first the last two or three.
I'm not gonna fucking say no to that. Okay, let me write down our names real quick so I can take some notes. First off the board. First off the board in the things you hate to lose draft, I have to go with Wallet. I have to go Wallet. I feel like Wallet's the obvious 1-1 overall pick. When you lose your wallet, there's just so much that has to go into it. It's the worst. The canceling of the debit card, the canceling of the credit card, the new driver's license is maybe the worst thing to have to re-get on this entire list. Like, that is the worst.
Yeah.
It's definitely easier now that you can do shit online, but back in the day when you lost your driver's license, you had to go into the DMV and sit there like an asshole for 2 hours because you just got too fucked up one night. It is the worst. And I think I've only ever lost my wallet.
Yeah.
Like, actually lost it and didn't get it back one time when I was super young. Have you lost it a bunch?
I don't think I've ever lost my wallet.
No?
Ever. Like, I've lost my wallet. Like, where I'm like, fuck, I can't find it. What am I going to do? But yeah, like, never lost it at a bar. Never forgot it in an Uber. Never anything like that. It's always been like under my bed or in the couch cushions or something like that. And I'm like, and I always find it, which I still consider that losing it though. Cause it's the work, like when you're like, oh, I have to run out for work and I'm running
Oh,
late.
yeah.
Oh, where the fuck is my wallet at?
Oh,
Like,
definitely.
that's still
No, I'd
losing it.
consider
You know what
that
I mean?
losing it.
Um,
And it's just as inconvenient. It's just
yeah,
really
100%.
inconvenient when
Because
it's
otherwise,
going
this
wrong.
list would be.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, 100%. That sounds god awful. And yeah, I mean, just because of the implication of the wallet, because it can carry so many other things. And there's so many other things that it can carry that are going to be on this list, and I think you already mentioned a few of them. It's just, yeah, it's I get it. It's definitely one of the most
It's the worst.
devastating, I would say, if not the most
Okay.
devastating.
1-1 wallet.
What the fuck? I was gonna go number 1 or number 2 with something, but I'm gonna keep it simple.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with losing your phone, man.
It's the worst.
Losing your phone's the worst. Now that is something that I have left places, and I've always gotten it back.
Yeah, I've never
But it's
lost
been a
the
goddamn
phone
mess multiple times. No, but dude, like I remember one time I was at the Cuyavas. Shout out Cuyavas. Over Thanksgiving weekend, and it's just a weekend of fucking drinking all day long. Spike ball,
That's what you
this,
do
that.
over
You
there.
wake up, you're drinking. Yeah, I mean it just is what it is. And I woke up one morning and we actually went going out that weekend. Like it was like the one night we went out for the weekend, and I wake up, can't find it. I'm like, it's gone. I'm like, no, absolutely no problem. I was like, it's gone. I'm not even gonna worry about it. I have 2 full days left of this weekend.
It is what it is.
It's gone. I'm going phoneless. Yeah, exactly. Called my dad on someone else's phone. I was like, hey,
I would
phone's
say
gone.
that's kind of the worst
Like-
part about losing your phone is that you have to get so many other people involved. You have
yeah,
to.
100%. And we're on the same plan and shit too, so it's not like, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, you just kind of gotta
comes
make
the
it happen. But anyways, day and a half later, I'm sleeping on the same chair I slept in. I like fell over because the chair, like legit, it's actually at Gabby's house in Chicago now. This chair though, it's a loose cannon. If you fall back too fucking fast, you're going heels to
all the way.
Jesus. So this happened, and my head was just right where it needed to be, and all of a sudden I see like this little shimmer, and it looked like a reflection, and it was shoved in like the deepest crevice of this chair, absolutely shattered. Screen
from
was
the
shattered.
pressure.
It must have got
Yeah.
crunched when I like moved back. Yeah, and but it worked, and I was like,
take that.
let's fucking go, dude. Like, yeah, like $100 new screen or fucking
Yeah.
$800 new phone and
you
a
had it for
problem. You know what I mean?
Wherever you were going after. Were you going back to Chicago?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, okay.
No, I think I was still living out there at the time, so
Still
I
a
didn't,
bitch.
but yeah, I didn't have to go get a new fucking phone. Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, phone's impossible.
Um,
I've done the same thing. I've never lost my phone. Never lost my phone. Like seems like everybody loses their phone like on the boat, stupid shit like that. I've never done that, which is knock on wood. But
or like drop it in the water. Yeah, like
I'm
something
not
like that where
really
you drop it in
reckless
the
with my
water or
phone
some
like that.
dumb
Some
shit.
people, I feel like you're either on one end of the spectrum or the other.
Yeah.
Like there's no in between where you're either losing it all the time or you've never lost or like never ruined it. You know?
Yeah.
Some people.
That's fair.
Some
I've
people you
broken
just
all
know
of the
that have
phones.
just a permanently broken screen forever. Like any phone that they'll ever get. It's just everybody
Yeah.
has that friend.
Yeah.
Chase Cording.
Chase Cording.
Yep. Okay.
Shout
Phone's
out.
a good one. I am going to go with a remote. A remote of any kind. It's the worst. We have 3 of them that operate our TV system upstairs, which is a bitch because we have the one that turns the TV on. We have the one that works the sound bar. And then we have the Apple TV remote, which I don't know if you've ever seen one of these damn things, but it's the skinny
the Apple
one.
TV
like
remote.
the fucking it is the worst.
Yeah,
it'd be so easy for us to just buy a rubber cover for it, so then it wouldn't slip into the cracks of the couch. But we're never gonna do that, and we're just gonna be looking for it for the rest of our lives. Like, when you need, when you have two, the worst for us is when you have 2 out of 3 and you like, I guess we're just not listening today because we don't know where the soundbar remote is. Like, that's just how it goes. But losing the remote fucking sucks. And losing the remote
that
too
is
like,
dude,
you're all that goes through your head the second you can't find it. You're like, I'm gonna have to get on my hands and knees. I'm gonna get into push-up position today. Like, that fucking stinks. Like, immediately, that's what goes in your head. I'm gonna have to start lifting shit up, and I have to get down low.
Yep. And then if you say like you're in your room or something, you lift up the same blanket 15 times, thinking it's gonna pop up somehow. No, it doesn't ever fucking pop
That's
up.
a Laura quote. Shout out to our mom. My mom always used to say, "Look with your eyes, not your mouth." Because I just complain about it the whole time instead of actually looking with my eyes. I just complain. Keep, like you said, keep picking up the same blanket. It ain't fucking here. I don't know what to tell you. It's gone.
Yeah, that is hilarious. So we got some babies that run around here. One in particular, she's I think 2 now. It's like my Nancy's daughter's daughter. And she runs around, blah, blah, this, blah, blah, that. Anyways, one day we can't find the TV remote for our big ass, like 70-inch TV, right? It's just a little Roku remote. That's all it is. And it's gone. So I have to like download a fucking remote on my phone, which those are convenient, but they kind of suck. You got to be on the Wi-Fi to use it, this, that, and the other thing. It is convenient that they make those nowadays. So it's like you still could use your shit. But anyways, we go buy a new remote, fucking link it to the TV, this, that. We take the garbage out, so we're not back there that often. So it's like there's not a bunch of garbage. We take the garbage out. The fucking remote is under the garbage bag in the garbage can. Yeah, and my dad is like, "Get the fuck out of here!" And it's fucking in the bare ass garbage can. When there was a bag on top of it. Don't ask me how this. Yeah, and this little girl just decided, hey, we're putting it in there.
That's like, the mind of a child. But there's no way to think that.
I know, right? Yeah. That and
if
dogs.
You want to hide some drugs, talk to your dog or your kid. They'll hide that shit for you, and you'll never find it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. All right, my number 2 pick. I know it goes in the wallet most of the time, but I don't care. This one has to be said because you kind of already explained it. It kind of sucks that you've already you compromised picks, but losing your ID is by far, like you said, it's the worst. It's the worst thing on the planet. The process is a goddamn mess. I don't know what they do in Michigan, but in Illinois, at least the last time I lost my ID, they give you a paper one for the time being. And you have to walk around with the paper fucking ID. Exactly. Especially when you're in another state, which I travel to Michigan often. So that weekend I lose it because I had a slip cover, like a little slip cover on the back of my phone, right? A little rubber cover that holds 2 or 3 cards. We're in Valparaiso, me, Josh Shipper, Joe Trevino, Kara Shipper now. At some party at Valpo or some bar. I take my card out, so I have 3 cards in there. I have like two debit cards and or 2, and then my ID. Open a tab, right? All of a sudden, that silicone, it's loose now. It's had 3 cards in it for the last however many hours. It's floppy. So anyways, I put my phone away.
Right.
Cards must have fallen out. ID gone. And go back to the bar the next day. They have my debit card, so I just didn't close out my fucking thing. No big deal. ID gone. And that, my friends, is the reason why I have not put a case back on my phone since that day. I don't remember what day it was, but it's been at least like 3.5, 4 years since I've had a case on my phone.
I don't understand how you do that. I don't think that justifies your decision for no case, but I understand the reason that you lost it.
No. So, yeah, because what I did is I ripped off the fucking rubber piece from the case, and it was super sticky. Couldn't get the stickiness off of my fucking case.
Yeah.
So I threw the case out because I was pissed because it was like sticking in my pocket. And then I was like, oh man, these iPhones are sexy as fuck. So I never put another case back on my phone since then. Yeah. Fucking garbage, man. I even remember too that next weekend I go to Retros in Saginaw, shout out, with my paper ID. And there was like a new guy at the fucking door. And he's like, I can't let you in with this, bro.
Not in that case.
I know. And I was like, dude, like, come on, man. I was like, I'm here literally like 3 times a week. Like, come on. And he's like, I can't do it. And I like yelled to like Tyler or whatever, whoever was bartending at the time. I'm like, hey, man. It's like, I don't have my fucking ID, dude. Like, can you please tell this guy that I'm okay to come in?
Come on.
And,
let me in. The oldest person here. ID's a good one.
But yeah.
Had to be on the list.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's just a given. It's a given.
3rd round pick. I'm going to go with password of any kind. When you need a password for something like on your computer, like for my Apple ID and shit, nobody ever knows that password. I have no idea what that is. If I ever had to enter that again, I'm fucked. Like,
I know my Apple ID password, but
the problem with some of these passwords is that you create them such a long time ago that even the email that you have to recover it with is you don't even use that email anymore. So you couldn't even recover it if you wanted to. The government needs to recover it for you. You need to go talk to the internet, like in that South Park.
Exactly.
You go directly to the internet and ask it where that password is. Like, that's the only way to find it. But forgetting a password, losing a password is the worst. Thank God for Apple phones now or iPhones now. Just keep all that shit in line for you. But
yeah,
still, if there's not one saved, it's brutal.
Yeah, that is the worst. And it's like, then you start doing like variation. Like when you do forget it, and you like create another variation of the same one that you had. And now you're like, well, is it this number or is it this number? Is there a capital letter? Is there an exclamation point? And you're just like, God damn it. And then they make you, because you fuck up so many times.
I get screwed at work too, because I have to constantly, I'm like resetting my password all the time because they're like doing updates. Okay, you need to reset your password now. So like my work ones are stuff, I've never even, I think it's like Detroit Lions and like 8 exclamation points or something like that. Like, shit is bad at this point.
Jesus Christ.
So yeah, passwords. Are we doing 5 of these?
Yeah.
Let's do 5. All right.
You do 5, yeah, that's fine with
Your
me.
3rd.
All right. That's a fucking
Didn't have
good
that
one,
on
bro.
the list. I thought for sure you would have had that one.
I didn't have that, but that's a really good one. I'm
that.
proud of you on that one. That's a really good one. I'm gonna go with losing one sock in a pair of socks.
I was wondering if this was gonna come up.
You know, dude, because I have a lot of like 2 packs or even just 1 pair of like a certain pair of socks. So it's like it's not just like a pair of Nike fucking Crews, you know, like there's not 6 of them that I can be like, oh, I lost one out, you know, it'll pop up eventually. I have a lot of pairs where they're just 1 and 1, where it's left and right. And losing one of those is the fucking
See, this is
worst,
bad.
dude.
This is bad for
The
goofy
worst.
socks guys like yourself. You're a goofy socks.
I'm not a goofy socks guy. Like, they're all like Nike. No, I'm not goofy. It's not like I got fucking American flags or like fucking dicks on my fucking socks.
You do.
No,
Everybody
I don't have.
listening
No,
right now
I have
is like, oh,
I have like
definitely
4
a
pairs of
goofy
those.
socks guy. You're right to assume that he is. Let's see what you got on today.
I just got Nike
shit, you're
Dry
rocking.
Fit on, bro.
See, those are my socks.
Nice and easy.
I was wondering where those went.
No, I'm not an asshole. Yeah, your fucking towel. I'm sorry I have your towels on my feet right now.
My foot towels that you stole. That's fucked.
My foot towels.
But yeah, I mean, see, my thing with socks is that Max, my son, my dog, eats all of, like, he'll eat 1 sock. So eventually he'll eat another one. Then I'm back to even.
Yeah, see, and to me that's still the same concept though. Like you're still out a sock.
It's horrible.
Like,
I never buy socks though. Do you buy socks?
Yeah, that.
I'm gifted socks. My mom knows every Christmas.
Yeah.
Get him socks.
No, I buy socks. No, I buy socks. I mean, it's not like super duper often, but like, if I go to, especially the best place to get socks are like Marshalls, TJ Maxx, those places, because they still sell like Nike shit and like name brand stuff, but it's way cheaper. That and you can buy Chones and socks at those places all the
when
time.
You buy them straight up.
You
go to like 100%. Nike, they're like $30 for like a pack of 8.
Yeah, for a pack of 6 or 8. It's like, what the hell? That's the worst.
One sock's brutal.
But yeah, I do. Yeah, one sock is the worst. And fuck off. All right, I have a couple pairs of goofy socks, but overall, they're just normal. But they only have one pair, like one of them. You get a 3-pack of something, and one of them's red, one of them's fucking white.
It's a good one.
Blue.
I know.
You're a good
All
one.
right. I am going to take one. I'm going to take my last couple are going to hit close to home here. And I think a lot of people are going to relate to this one. For my 4th pick, I am going with a wine opener. A wine opener.
A wine opener?
When you are fiending for a bottle of wine, and then you're going to, like, you have the wine out. All right, we're going to pound this bottle of wine. This just happened to Savannah and I a few weeks ago. Then you go to look for the wine opener, and you can't find it. There's nothing that you can do. You have to
That's a sus pick.
What do you mean? How is that a sus pick?
I think it's.
You don't think it's a bad
I don't
pick?
agree with you. I mean, you can always, bro. If you got a screw or a nail or anything, you can open a bottle of wine.
But that's
so
what it
many
comes
different
down
ways. With the lighter, if you just lighter all day, lighter.
That's what I mean. To the process that you need to go through to get a bottle of wine open once you can't find the wine opener is the worst. It's the effort thing. It's just like finding the remote. When I know that I don't have the wine opener, I have to get power tools out. That's horrible. Just like when I lose the remote, I'm in push-up position.
Okay, but also, how often do you? No, how for one, what are you doing with the wine opener that you're losing it so often? 2, how often are you drinking wine?
Shout
brother?
out to all the girls that are listening right now that are with me on this thing.
I don't know, man. I think we can put that to the test. Also, if you're a true wine drinker,
I'm not.
Because I have an absolute pro in my family. Her name is Mom.
You like wine too. That shit rubbed off on you. You're a box guy, though.
I don't mind wine, but you see, the thing is though, no, I'm a wine. Yeah, exactly. I'm like a twist off bottle type of wine guy. That's $6 or a box guy. So, but real pro wine drinkers, they have their wine opener, and then they have the other wine opener.
Never been good enough for the other wine opener.
Yeah. See, like, do you use the corkscrew or do you use like the?
So after last time, I went out and bought this corkscrew.
Jack is confused.
With the wings on it.
Okay.
Yeah,
the wings. But you gotta have the normal OG wine opener too, and that's your backup.
Okay,
bro.
I get what you guys are saying. I still think it's a good pick because of the pain in the ass, and this one related to me. Okay, so you can both go fuck yourself. I hope a bunch of people love the graphic when it has wine opener on it.
Yeah, you fucking pander to the people,
me. This is
bro.
why
That's
I
what
chose
you do.
this. I would never
the
choose
people
this if
every
it didn't
time.
fucking just happen to me.
Happens once, pander. He's like, oh, happens once. I can't handle my life.
I know I'm gonna get shit on for this pick.
Bridge.
I know that for sure. Oh, I 100%.
You're not gonna get shit on. Everyone's gonna love it. They're gonna be like, "Oh, he's so original."
When has anybody
so
ever loved
funny.
any of my picks ever in any of these drafts?
I'm not sure, but you tend to win half the fucking draft. So some assholes out there are fucking going with you, brother. I don't get it.
I think that's what it is. It's a small group, but they're ready to vote
at
a moment's notice when the poll comes out.
Yeah, they're ready to.
Okay,
yeah, exactly.
Wine opener, dog shit pick. I guess.
not a dog shit pick, but I gotta say this one just because this is the reason why this came up. This is the reason why I thought about this whole topic, so I gotta at least bring it up so I can talk about the story. I also do think it's a pain in the ass, especially in big parking lots. Just losing your car at a
That's a
venue
good one.
or at a mall
That's a good
or
one.
anything.
I didn't think about
It's the
that.
worst, dude. There's two stories. Grant, like I don't have any special stories about myself, but it has happened where you got to make a talk, and you're like, "Is that what my horn sounds like?" And I feel like
And you don't really
my
know that.
unlock horn.
You're
sounds
not.
different
You
than my
can't even
actual horn.
pretend.
Yeah,
Like people do
you don't
pretend.
know.
You don't fucking know.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like, fuck. But I was at this Chrissy D fucking concert or show on Friday, and we're in this parking garage. It's 10 stories high.
Holy
And
shit.
there's 4 elevators, right? So people go in this elevator, they go, 4 of them. So I'm at the front of one of the elevators, and it goes, and then all 3 of the ones happen after it, right? So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna have the next elevator that's open. Elevator takes fucking forever. And I'm like, what the fuck? My buddy's like, dude, you picked the broken elevator. Like, we gotta get in a different line. I'm like, no, I'm sticking to this elevator. I've committed to this elevator.
We're
getting in
this
elevator
now. We're one.
Yeah. So we get in. It finally comes down. We get in. We notice that there's people in there. Like, people aren't supposed to be coming down anymore. Like, everyone's going up to their cars. Everyone's fucking leaving. But it's the same people that were still in there. And we're like, what the fuck? And they're like, oh, so sorry. They're like, we don't remember what floor we fucking parked our car on. So these people literally stopped at every single floor, popped their head out because I guess they were in a handicap spot, so they were able to see it from the elevator, and checked every floor going down. So that's why it took so fucking long. But I was like, how fucking dumb do you have to be to not remember? Like, it's
but that was a smart way for them to do it, I guess, if they had to do it one way. You know, like use the elevator, but
well, yeah, 100%.
Inconvenience a million other people.
Yeah, no, but it's just
cars.
Like, yeah, exactly, you scumbags. But yeah, I was like, man, that's got to be anxiety stricken. You're fucking probably sitting there like, my car just got stolen or something's going on. And that's why I thought about this. And I also just, when you go to a concert and you're sitting there looking for your car for fucking 20 minutes or the mall, or
I'm bad.
It's just the fucking worst.
I used to be bad at it at the airport. Leave your car in the airport parking garage because, like, normally you're gone for a long time, so you forget. So this last time when I went to Phoenix, I got out, took a picture of my car in the spot next to the pole with the number and the fucking letter on it. And I forgot when I got back and used the picture. So,
thank God. I got this photo.
So I'm going to do that. That's a little tips and tricks right there for you, for all of us non-wine opener folks.
Dude, speaking of traveling, they're fucking making me go to Lakeland next week.
I'm
going to be recording the podcast from I have to. It's literally mandatory.
Lakeland's where the Tigers have spring training.
Yeah. Yeah, Lakeland's where a lot of people have spring training.
I mean,
my knee's going good.
Back.
My knee's
we'll
going
have to do an injury update next week. People also are clamoring for a dating update from you, so we're gonna have to get that as well.
Yeah, we got to.
So stay tuned for those. Yeah, stay tuned for those. Injury update and dating life update next week. Both sad. Okay. Round 5. I am going to go with one that hits real close home. I'm going to go with your pitching wedge. When you leave your pitching wedge on the hole and then you drive away and then it's gone forever is the worst thing of all time. Or if you lend your pitching wedge to somebody and they lose it, even worse. Thoughts?
And then
no thoughts on it?
I don't have thoughts, especially when you think you find your pitching wedge, it ends up being somebody else that lost their pitching wedge on the next hole, and it's not your pitching wedge, and now you're...
This is a real life story that happened to Mike and I. So I go
ahead and explain it.
Did you have your clubs that day or just not have a pitching wedge? I can't remember.
What'd you say? No, I did not have my clubs that day. I had a putter only because I didn't want to. I just tore my ACL. I was with the torn
Okay.
ACL, and I didn't want to fuck my shit up.
Mike borrows my pitching wedge, uses it, whatever, and then obviously we leave the green. We forgot it, or we lost it at some point, and then we go back, and did we go back or did we just go along the way and find this other one?
No, I think we did. I don't remember. I think actually it was like at the green that like we left it at, but it just no. So it was like I think it was like the hole before or after. So like
at some point we
it was just
found a
coincidental as fuck.
different
We did
pitching
go back
wedge.
like a
This
hole.
happened to us on the same day that I lost mine.
Yeah.
We went and found one, thought it was mine, but it was somebody else's. So now I think me and this guy just swapped pitching wedges. We shook hands and we were like, it is what it is. We're moving on with our lives. So losing your pitching wedge or your putter, just leaving them at the hole, and then you're like, fuck, is everybody that golfs knows the feeling. It's the worst.
Yeah.
Especially because you don't know until you check your bag on the next hole, or maybe it's not the next hole. Maybe it's 2 holes later before you need it again. And you're like, fuck, I fucking left it.
Yeah, especially like a wedge, where it's like mother.
Luckily, wedges are cheap and kind of replaceable. If you leave your putter, that's when it really sucks because that's something that you're like, really
the putters are the worst.
And, you know, wedges are a dime a dozen, but putters suck.
Yeah, a couple years ago, actually, my brother he bought like a nice putter. It was like $180, $200. You know, pretty decent fucking putter. It wasn't like a Scotty Cameron or some crazy shit, but like it was above average. But you know, he was like, "Hey, I'm not a fucking pro. I'm staying within my price range." And literally, I think he played like 4 rounds with it. Started loving it. Left it.
No,
forgot it. Couldn't find it. Yep. And then he went out and bought some fucking like $90 putter and was like, "Well, I'm not buying another expensive putter."
That's when it happens too. Peak of your game with that club, and you lose it. Okay, Mr. Irrelevant.
Yep. Definitely the
worst.
You got? Yeah. All right, Mr. Irrelevant. Yes, you said it best, buddy. I'm gonna go with something a little less material, and just something that you never want to happen is
oh man,
losing your cool, man.
Okay, I love
losing your cool. Because that's the fucking worst, dude. Because I'm not a generally angry guy. I get animated a lot. But like pure anger and like rage, not a lot for me. So when it happens, I'm like, I gotta strangle something now, or something's gonna, you know what I mean? Like I get so fucking fired up, and I just hate when people do that to me. Yeah, I hate when it happens like to me. And so yeah, I hate when it happens, like when I do it to somebody else. I mean, what do you got to say, Jack?
That needs to be way higher in the rankings. I can't believe that's number 5.
It's a great one. I was trying to think of a bunch of non-materialistic ones. We'll get to those in the honorable mentions, but losing your cool is one I did not think of. Have you ever seen me lose my cool,
actually,
Jack?
Now that I'm thinking about it.
Have you ever seen me lose my cool?
Oh, I thought you said have you ever seen Doug?
Yeah, probably. I couldn't think of a time right now, but I've definitely seen you lose your fucking cool before.
I feel like I don't lose it as much anymore, but I probably lost it on Jack a few times. I'm sure.
Yeah, you've definitely lost it on me. I think we both got a little more modest with our cool losing.
Now we just don't care enough.
Oh yeah, 100%.
And we're not cool. We don't have any cool.
Also,
to lose.
I think the angriest I've ever seen. Yeah, that's fair. I think the most like angry or like butthurt or like lose your cool type shit I've ever seen you even with Bob is like sports related. Like it's not even like you freaking out. It's just like you being like not even like you're not yourself. You know what I mean? Where you're just kind of angry for a little bit.
People
and
are
it's just like, oh fuck, I don't want to talk to Bob because he might. Yeah, exactly. I think that's happened a few times with Michigan.
That makes sense.
Dude, I don't want to name drop on here. But something happened this weekend that, I mean, if anybody that was there to sequence this, I don't know what I'm talking about. But somebody's mom's boyfriend lost their cool on me, and I
been standing there.
Yeah, yeah. So, anyways, dude was sitting there just sucking on a lollipop for like at least 20, 30 minutes. And I'm tuned in. The football game's over, so I'm already like, I'm to a point where I'm drunk. You know what I mean? I walk up to him. I go, "Hey, man, you better stop sucking on that lollipop before I put you on the corner and make me some money, bro." And dude, he lost his fucking mind on me, man. He was just like, "There's a fucking line, and you fucking crossed it, and blah blah blah." And he's like, "It's always fun again." And I was just like,
Damn,
what
son.
the fuck just happened? I was just making a joke, dude. I was like, if I haven't made a dick sucking joke to you yet, that means we're obviously not cool enough. Like, come on, man.
And now you're losing your cool. Now you're down
Like,
cool
what the
points.
fuck? Yeah, exactly. And everyone's like, I've never seen him like that. And I
Guy
was
doesn't
like,
like to suck dick, apparently.
sorry, I had to trigger
Shit
that.
happens.
Yeah, no shit. Must be. Yeah, I did end up apologizing to him later and was like, I didn't know you were sensitive like that. Like, my bad. And I was like, you gonna be awkward
Right.
as fuck the rest next time I see you? And he's just like, no. And I was like, all right. I was like, all right, we're cool then. He's like, all right. I'm like,
there you go.
this is how men
That's
talk.
putting the flames out.
But
honorable mentions.
yeah. You go ahead. Go
losing
ahead.
your beer. It's a tough one. It's a tough one.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say
any
that
drink.
a drink of any sort is the fucking worst. Water bottle doesn't matter.
Especially
Drinks
when
are
you're
the
just
worst.
when you're at a big party and
Especially
you just
when
made a
pay
good one.
money.
Like, fuck. I just poured that
Yeah.
thing.
And it's like the thing is too with that is like you pay for that usually.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
You're paying for your booze, like water or like it's like whatever. But like you lose your booze, you're like this. I just paid.
Doesn't
fucking
really happen at the
$5 for
bar,
this,
obviously, but it happens when you go to parties and like, bigger parties, like grab parties.
I've had it happen at the bar where like you leave it to go like piss or something like that.
That's
and the
tough
bartender
too. I
takes
didn't even
it.
think
And you're
about
like,
that. That is
"Motherfucker."
tough.
That's happened.
And you got
to me
like half a
before.
drink left, but it kind of looks like ice, and then
something
the
I hate
bartender takes
losing-
it, and you're like, motherfucker.
Yeah. Or like a beer in a dark bottle. They're
He's
like,
gone.
you know what? This guy's
Yep.
gone. Fucking dump it. Yeah. Your keys.
Nah,
we
I
didn't
wasn't
say
gonna say
keys, dude.
keys. I do lose my keys a lot, though.
I mean, that's
I
a
do.
tough one to lose, though.
That's the biggest blemish on this board. I
yeah,
think.
all the time. It's the worst.
So we don't have keys on it. And that sucks because you can't go anywhere. Unless you got like 12 Huskies.
A good article of
Yeah.
clothing
And a
always
snow-
sucks to lose too.
snowboard.
Yeah,
Ooh.
I agree with that 100%. Me particularly, Jack, is hats. I've lost so many hats over the years, bro. Like dope ass hats I've spent a shitload of money on that they don't make anymore, and it's like, god damn it! Like so many good hats. Like every time if I ever see a photo from like 10 years ago, I'll have some hat on, and I'm like, fuck, that was a good
I
hat.
think that
bro.
too,
Like,
a
what
lot of
the fuck?
times. And I lost a lot of my hats in the great Grand Am fire, but I've just lost a lot of hats naturally as well.
Oh yeah.
That's a good one. Piece of clothing too, Jack. We're still your Adidas shorts. Took an L on that one. Do you remember losing those? I think you lost them here.
Yeah, I lost a lot of shit.
I had.
You know what's the worst one? Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
I don't wear these, but I know people lose them all the time. One AirPod. If you lose an AirPod or you lose your AirPods, I don't have them, but I feel like they're really easy to lose.
Yeah, I had that on my list for sure. Yeah, definitely a problem when you. I've never lost an AirPod, but I've lost it for a moment in time, and it definitely is. It's anxiety.
It's just so
You're
small.
Like, God damn it. And like especially AirPods, and yeah, like those are expensive too. Like at least if you have like just a pair of wireless headphones, it's whatever. But like the Apple ones, I actually want to get the
They're
new
like
ones,
$200,
but I'm like,
aren't
if I
they?
fucking lose one, I'm gonna be pissed as fuck. So
Yeah. They're like $200, aren't they?
what? Yeah, like the Generation 2 ones are like $129 or something, but the newest ones are like $240, and I want to get those ones, the Pros or whatever. They're super dope, but this one I didn't want to like bring down the fucking. I didn't want to make it sad or anything.
Oh yeah, that one's all over my list.
That's probably the worst thing on the planet.
I had
didn't want to. Yeah,
I had losing your virginity.
but Losing. I mean, that's not. I mean,
It's
that's
the other way around.
The other way around. You know what I mean? That's
Lost it.
number
Be sick
one.
to have it.
Depends
Yeah.
on who you lose it to. Might suck.
Yeah,
That's
that's
what
true.
I mean. That's what I
That's
mean.
true. That is true. You want to redo. Yeah.
Sunglasses.
Fucking. I had glasses on here. Any type of glasses is shitty. I've lost multiple pairs of Ray-Bans. Like
That was really all I had.
3.
That's all I had
problematic.
on my list.
Yeah. I had your mind, losing your mind, but I also thought that was kind of more like the cool. But I meant more like
like some Jeffrey Dahmer shit, losing your mind.
Like I don't know. I guess it's the same
Yeah.
shit. Yeah,
I've
I've
never
never
lost
lost
my
my
mind
mind. You know, I lose my.
I've
cool,
definitely lost
you know?
my cool. Never my mind.
Yeah, exactly.
way
It's different. It's definitely different. Oh, you know what's another good one that I was gonna pop on here because we have to write a lot at work.
Ooh, it's
is
tough.
losing your favorite pen, dude. Losing your favorite
Yeah, it
pen is devastating.
The pen that goes with your notebook, or the pen that
but yeah,
goes
I mean,
with the shit that you're writing on all the time. I write a lot at work too, and I got pens on deck now. I got the pilots, the Pilot G2s.
Yeah. Yeah, 100% best pen on the planet for when you're doing it for a long time. We have a whole box of them, right? We got a whole box of them. But like the thing is, it gets to a point. But it gets to a point where like it's your pen, where it's just groove. You know, a brand new G2 is too jelly, bro. It's too inky. So it's like you get it to a point. I've actually finished 2 full G2s in the last year. That feels good, and I'm proud of that.
That's a satisfying thing.
Without losing it.
That's a
real
real satisfying thing. Did we do the satisfying draft
fuck
already?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, we did. And shout out Aaron Judge. He just hit number 62, baby. That's 500, baby.
Got $500 for that?
Let's go. Yeah, I had a bet out there for him to get to 62 for $100 at the All-Star break to win 500. So I'm getting a $600 return. Let's fucking go. I actually bet on the early game today that he'd hit it in the early game, the doubleheader, and he didn't. And now he hits it in the late game. But whatever.
That's huge.
Anyways,
boys are
I
on
didn't
the
mean
board.
to cut that
I don't
off.
even
But
know
boys,
how my picks
this has been a great episode. I had a lot of fun. We got to wrap this shit up. I got to go play coach some baseball. Go Mavs. We're playing for the fucking semifinals right now in our men's league. I'll keep y'all updated with it. But sign us out here, Bobby. Let's fucking get this rolling here.
Thank you, everybody, for listening again. Go and subscribe to the podcast on YouTube at Fair Enough Pod on YouTube. That really helps us a ton when you subscribe. And if you like the video, like the video.
Fuck yeah.
So this was draft week. Next week, I'm sure we'll have some other shit to talk about. We'll keep everybody posted on the scandals and the obscure sports world. Next week, we'll do Mike's dating life. We'll do an injury update because I'm in shambles. I'm going to the doctor tomorrow. Little tease for you guys. Episode 40 next week. Like I said, follow us on Instagram. Follow us on YouTube. That helps a ton. And we'll keep this shit rocking. All right. Love you guys. See you next week.
Fuck yeah, baby.